Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I hope all of you are fine. I'm your science teacher from grade 5. This is unit number 7, Force and Machine. In this video, we will learn how friction is useful for us and how it is harmful for us. So our topic is friction useful or nuisance? Okay, at first we will see what is friction. So friction is a force that opposes the motion of an object. Friction is a force that opposes the motion of an object. Friction is a contact force, mean friction exists when two objects are touching each other, and friction produce heat. Okay, so friction is a force that opposes the motion of an object. Friction is a contact force and friction produce heat. So at first we will see how friction is harmful or friction as a nuisance. Okay. So friction is a force that opposes movement, mean they tries to stop the movement. It can make things that rub together gets hot, slow down and wear out. So it can be nuisance. Okay. So friction is a force that opposes movement. It can make things that rub together get hot, slow down and wear out. Okay, friction causes surfaces to heat up, results in wear and tear, and in machineries, friction reduces efficiency as large amount of energy wasted as a heat. Okay, so when machineries work in which friction reduces efficiency as large amount of energy waste in the form of heat. Okay. Now friction causes wear and tear in object. Friction slow down moving objects. It reduces efficiency in machineries. Friction produces heat. So all these shows that friction is a friction can be harmful. Okay. So these all things shows that friction can be harmful. Now, friction is considered a nuisance when it affects the desired motion, creates unwanted heat, or damage the moving surfaces. Okay, so when friction is considered as a nuisance, when it affects the desired motion. Okay, so it means they slow down the moving object, they affect the desired motion, and if it creates unwanted heat. Okay, that is wasted in different machineries. Okay, so if it creates unwanted heat and if they damage the moving surfaces and if they cause wear and tear in machinery, so in that way friction is considered as a nuisance. Okay, if you are moving a heavy box across a floor, you would find it easier if you could reduce the friction. For example, with a smooth surface or wheel under the box. Okay, it's mean if surface is smooth, then friction will be reduced. Okay, so if you are moving a heavy box across a floor, you would find it easier if you could reduce the friction. Okay, so by reducing friction, this box will easily move. Okay, and how we reduce friction? So by using a smooth surface or by using wheel under the box. Automobiles bodies are designed to reduce the air resistance that can increase fuel consumption. In high-speed aircraft, the airflow around the plane creates significant heat that plane exterior material have to withstand. In an extreme cases of the Space Shuttle, the ceramic tiles on its bottom surface resist damage by frictional heat during re-entry. As seen in shoes and erasers, friction will wear down the surfaces used. Now let's see how friction can be useful. So friction in brakes help us to stop or slow down vehicles. Okay, friction in brakes help us to stop or slow down vehicles. Secondly, friction is also used to produce fire. Okay, friction is also used to produce fire. Friction prevented us from slipping and falling. Friction helped us to hold an object. Okay, friction prevented us from slipping and falling. Friction helps us to hold an object. It means holding of object is due to friction. In other situations, friction is helpful, like we would be unable to walk if there was no friction between our shoes and the ground. It means we are able to walk on the ground because of friction. Okay, so if there is no friction, we are not able to walk. Okay, so the friction between our shoes and ground help us to walk. It is that friction that allows us to push off the ground without slipping. Okay, so on a sleek surface such as ice, shoes slip and slide instead of gripping. This lack of friction makes walking difficult. Okay, so if there is friction, then we are able to walk, otherwise we slip. But without it we could not walk across the floor, and cars could not move on the road. So in all these cases, friction can be helpful or useful. Okay, so friction is useful too. So in some cases friction is harmful, and in some cases friction are useful. So it's mean friction is unavoidable, it is a necessary evil. Okay, we already discussed many examples how friction is useful for us and how friction is harmful for us. Okay, but now if we suppose that there is no friction on the earth, in the world, then what happened? What would the world be like without friction? So without friction, you would not be able to walk or move around. Okay, so without friction, we are not able to walk and move because we can easily slip. Okay, so without friction we just slip on any surface. So without friction we are not able to walk and we are not able to move. So without friction, the wheels would spin without helping the car to move forward. An example of this is when a car gets stuck into mud or fine sand. Okay, so without friction, the wheels would spin without helping the car to move forward. Okay, look at this example. This car is on the sand. Okay, so this car gets stuck in sand or mud. When they are not able to move, only their wheels spin without moving car. So this shows that if there is no friction, the wheels would spin without helping the car to move forward. Okay, and it is just like a car gets stuck in mud or a fine sand. Friction can be useful or not useful in our life. What about these situations? Okay, few situations are given. We will discuss every situation and we will see how friction is useful and how it is not useful in our life. Okay, so first example, let lighting a matches. Okay, so lighting a matches, it's a useful type of friction. Okay, it's a useful friction. Now friction between the shoes and the ground, friction between the shoes and the ground, it is also useful. Now next situation, friction between a pencil and paper. Okay, friction between a pencil and paper, that is also useful. Okay, friction between a pencil and paper, it's useful. Friction between the car tires and the road, it is also useful. Friction between the car tires and the road, that is also useful. Now let's see some more example how friction is useful. Friction between the bottle top and finger. Okay, friction between the bottle top and finger. Let's see, that is the friction. It is useful. Because of that friction, this person is able to open the bottle. Now friction between the stick and billiard ball. Okay, so it is also useful. Now let's see some situations how it is not useful. Friction between the swimmer suit and the water. Okay, friction between the swimmer suit and the water. Friction between the part of the car engine. Okay, so in that cases friction is not useful. Now one more situation is given, friction between the slide and the boy body. Okay, let's see, friction between the slide and the boy's body, that is also not useful. Okay, is friction useful or a nuisance in these cases? Kicking down hills, that is nuisance. Striking a matchstick, it's useful. Tying knots in a rope, useful. Walking along the ground, it is useful. Starting a car engine, it is nuisance. Putting brake on a bike, it is useful. So there are few cases how friction is useful and how it is nuisance. So in your book, page number 71, question number 4, okay, so that question is state whether friction is useful or a nuisance in each of the following cases. Okay, so all of you have to do that question on your classwork copies. A car tire on the road. Okay, a car tire on the road. So in that case, friction is useful. A ship moving through water. So in that case, it is nuisance. A shoe on a pavement. So in that case, friction is useful. Now a wheel spinning on an axle, in that case friction is nuisance. A skydivers falling through the air, in that case friction is useful. Then someone's hand holding a screwdriver, so in that case friction is useful. I hope now you can easily understand in what conditions friction is useful and in what conditions friction is not useful for us. Okay, so all of you have to do question number 4 on your classwork copies, and thank you for watching this video. Take care. Allah Hafiz.